How long must we wait? Will this be the field of familiar past?
Anyway, right, so obviously you've been on tour for a little while. You've done Europe already before here, right? So how's that been? Not just normally, but has anything unordinary happened? Like anyone lost a finger or anything, you know?
Ryan keeps losing his cell phone. He's the bass player.
Yeah.
He had bought one the first day and then lost it, and then bought another one, ended up finding the first one, and then lost the other one that he bought in replacement of it, and then I think ended up finding it again too.
Did he? Did he find
he
it?
keeps losing his cell phones and then finding them again. Anything else?
I lost
Chris?
myself.
Chris, you should come in the shop.
I got really lost in Leeds.
Don't get lost in Leeds, you'll get stabbed.
That's what everyone said, but luckily I didn't get stabbed.
Or you'll get invited to a drum and bass gig.
They don't allow. What do they call them? What do they call them here?
Shoes.
They don't
Trainers.
Trainers. Thank you.
Alright.
They don't allow trainers.
You're just hitting your foot. I'm like, feet? They don't
They don't
allow
have feet in England.
No feet in the clubs, man. You got to cut your feet off before you go in.
No feet, no Oshkosh.
Yeah, no hot
They're making a list of all the things you can't get to see it.
UK doesn't believe in feet or Oshkosh, my gosh.
Yeah, your new EP, the Westlake Sessions. Can you tell us a little bit about that, the production of it, and why you released it as a digital EP as opposed to it?
Well, it wasn't really supposed to be an official release necessarily. I mean, you know, we're working on a new record right now. We're scheduled to release it in June, and we had done a small acoustic session in an awesome studio called Westlake Studios, and it was actually mainly supposed to be for something else. It was just like this thing called Sony Connect sets, and it was actually something like several bands have done, like Flogging Molly and stuff like that. They did the acoustic versions of their songs, which ended up becoming Whiskey on a Sunday. All those recordings are from like the same kind of thing that we did in the same studio or not. But when we went in there and did it, it ended up kind of becoming defunct. They didn't really kind of discontinue doing it. So they gave us full rights to do what we wanted with the songs. So we just took those versions and released it as a digital EP because, you know, having physical EPs, I don't know how much of how useful it is really.
Yeah, especially in this day and age.
Exactly. I mean, CDs still are not obsolete, but EPs are pretty obsolete. And it's not like new songs or anything. It's just alternate versions of songs, acoustic versions.
Your next tour is after you finish here is with Anti-Flag, Street Dogs, and Fake Problems.
Yes.
You guys must be looking forward to that because it's a very diverse tour in the fact that it kind of covers every subgenre of punk.
I saw that thing that Tom had done on MySpace, his top 10 records of 2000.
Oh yeah, the Fat Wreck thing, yeah.
And Fake Problems was one of his
really
top records, so I went and checked it out and listened to it. Actually, I hadn't heard about it until I heard him say it, and I thought it was really cool. I also like that name. I think that band name, Fake Problems, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be cool. We've never toured with Anti-Flag either, and we've toured with Street Dogs a lot. And you know, since they began, you know, we've taken them on the road since they started out, and you know, so we're long-time friends with those guys. But Anti-Flag is new for us. Fake Problems is new for us, and Anti-Flag likes to take a lot of bands on tour and do like their own like festival.
Yeah.
And it's like small venues, you know. So it's gonna be pretty fucking nuts.
They've got a lot of you know, scene politics and controversy surrounding them.
Yeah,
at the
which I
moment.
think is great. That's one of the reasons why we want to do the tour. It's just like, you know, we know that Anti-Flag, you know, whether you love them or hate them, gets a lot of attention because they really do. They do things in a very extreme way. It's cool, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's like whether you like them or not. I mean, there's definitely something to respect for them being pretty like extreme about what they do.
We're playing new song for you guys. This song's called Back to Higher Ground.
Yeah, definitely within the punk scene, you guys have played like Warped Tour and you played Fest. You played a lot of bigger venues and stuff like this. Do you prefer playing the smaller shows or bigger shows?
It's
Depends on the show.
Yeah.
Like with Dropkick, you know, these kinds of shows actually go very well. Even though they're big, and Dropkick likes to set it up as much like a small venue as possible. They always put, they build these little like step downs off the stage so that there isn't this moat between the audience and the stage. So all these shows are really big, but we're always able to get right into the crowd and like crowd surf and like jump into the crowd and stuff like that. So it's actually really cool. It's cool. There's like a lot of bands. There's a couple of bands who are really like take the small club feeling into the larger venue, and like Dropkick Murphys definitely do that. And because of the tours we've been doing with them lately, we've been doing that, jumping out in the crowd a lot, even in the larger size venues, making it as together as possible. I mean, honestly, it's like so many of these venues nowadays are all Live Nation and everything, and the structure of a show is very like battles the epic of what you're trying to create at a show. So I think everyone's sort of learning that and making the show the best they can with the type of venue they're given. And Dropkick Murphys, like every night, it has a talk with the security and says, "Dude, we're gonna have people coming on the stage, and we're gonna have the band is gonna be jumping out in the crowd, and you guys need to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And you guys certain things have to be able to happen because this is a punk rock band, and this is the way they do things." Playing to 2,000 people now, and it's a little bit bigger, but it's still the same thing, as it was when they were smaller.
Yeah.
So there's like certain bands make it a really strong point to keep things like a small show, even bigger. So it's cool.